guys, what's the word? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You did. You know what I'm saying? We back with some more reacts. You know what I mean? He's your boy Nick K. Roger. So, have y'all heard of Luigi Mangione? Luigi Mangione? Luigi Mangione. Gion? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I might be butchering it. But brother is the one that supposedly might have shot the CEO in New York. You know what I'm saying? That millionaire that went down. You know what I'm saying? Buddy hit the Hitman 97. You know what I'm saying? Straight silence that boy. You know what I mean? And I know y'all seen the clip running through Twitter. Hold on. I might go find it. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, this is a video just explaining who he is. So we gonna watch that real quick, cause you know it's popping. It's happening right now. Oh shit. Drink this lemonade. They gave me ice? That's crazy. That's crazy. Whatever. Anyways, y'all enjoy the video. Y'all enjoy the reaction. You know what I'm saying? Please like, comment, subscribe, enjoy society. Comment down below. Let's go and see what's going on with this.
Within the past half hour, we have learned that Luigi Mangione has been charged with the murder of the United Healthcare CEO in New York City.
We had been following the developing news all day that Mangione had been identified as a strong person of interest, and he's now a suspect. We also found out that Luigi Mangione is from Towson, whose family ties run deep in the Baltimore area.
The 26-year-old who was walking into a courthouse tonight was the valedictorian of the 2016 class at the Gilman School in Baltimore.
We have team coverage tonight. 11 News reporter Kyrie Stewart.
So bro was valedictorian. I don't know. I was seeing they gave me a burger. I was seeing for them to do this. Like a lot of people saying for him to do this, and they was talking about how he was back at school. You know, his sister saying she don't believe he could do this. And they was also saying beforehand that bro had went missing. Right? And so you look on Twitter. Damn. I'm trying to see if I might just go to Twitter real quick. Hold on. Let's see if it's on here. Oh, hold on. That's just some other type shit. Hold on. Where? And they was looking at bro's astrology on Twitter too. Hold up. I'm trying to go to it. Cause some folks was like that he had left. Hey, I'm about to put in my. Hold on, y'all. Gotta put in my freaking. Louis. Here it is. Come back. Alright, so cool. I couldn't find a thread, y'all. Nick, good thing that you cut that shit out, cause ain't no way. Too much titties. Shorties is going crazy over Luigi right now. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't going that crazy over Mario. Crazy. You know? But I mean, that was a horrible joke. Anyways. Bro, they said he had left earlier, right? So folks couldn't find him. They couldn't like contact him or nothing. His own parents, his own sister has been looking for him. And this is actually how they are finding him right now. So if this is him, while a lot of people are finding him attractive, that's fine. This isn't like a happy situation for them. You know? And they was talking about bro killed the CEO cause he was having back pain. I don't know if back pain will cause you to kill somebody, but I don't know.
Spent the day chatting with former classmates at the Gilman School.
11 News anchor Ashley Hinson is looking at the perplexing online response to this crime.
But first, we want to go to 11 News anchor Jason Newton at the live desk. So Jason Mangione was arrested today in Pennsylvania.
Right, arrested and facing lesser charges initially as a person of interest in Brian Thompson's murder. Now, as you said at the top, Mangione facing murder charges in his death. First, though, let's start with a statement released by the suspect's family tonight. The statement, it reads, "Unfortunately, we cannot comment on news reports regarding Luigi Mangione. We only know what we have read in the media. Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer our prayers to the family." Now, this was posted by State Delegate and cousin Nino Mangione. To the charges now. Manhattan prosecutors have filed murder and other charges against Mangione. Back in Pennsylvania, though, where he was captured, he remains jailed, facing charges based on his interactions once Altoona police were called to a local McDonald's. Those charges, one felony count of forgery and one felony count of carrying a firearm without a license, among others. Mangione was arrested without incident this morning. A McDonald's employee spotted him just sitting in that Altoona.
Why bro look like he could be Superman? Is he like Italian? Is Mangione, is that Italian?
Fast food restaurant. Police were called. According to charging documents, they found a 3D printed gun and silencer. When asked for ID, police say he gave them a fake New Jersey license with a different name and a different birth date. According to court records, Mangione also had writings against corporate America and the health industry.
My partner and I recognized him immediately, just from what we saw in the media with photos, videos. We just didn't even think twice about it. We knew that was our guy.
Within several minutes, seconds of the first contact, he had asked the suspect if he had been in New York City recently. And that really invoked a physical reaction from the suspect. He became visibly nervous, kind of shaking at that question.
Now, if you are from the area, the name Mangione is well recognized within this region. Nino Mangione, as we mentioned at the top, a state delegate and cousin. His grandfather, a developer and philanthropist. Their family's name adorning the Loyola University Aquatic Center, and they're owners of Turf Valley and Hayfields Country Club. Their giving, all guided through the Mangione.
Damn! It's like I got slapped with invisible wads of money. Okay, brother, I see you. So your family was... So, real talk, what is it then that would have caused him to do this? Because I'm thinking he was set for life. You know what I'm saying? He went to school. So, clearly, he wasn't trying to become famous or nothing. He wasn't trying to show off any talents. He had money. He was cool with just working a good little job and... just being himself, probably. So what is it? I gotta read that manifesto on corporate America.
Mangione Family Foundation.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118.
That classmate told me that he
Bro, I haven't even put a full screen. Hold on.
was in the same graduating class as Luigi Mangione and gave me some insight to who he was as a person during their time as classmates.
The class of 2016 has been coming up with new ideas and challenging the world around it.
This is video of Luigi Mangione back in 2016 at the Gilman School. He's the person of interest in the death of United Healthcare CEO.
Many of the students characterized our class as inventive, in both imagination and initiative.
It's just so shocking and does not really track with what I thought he was as a person.
Freddie Leatherberry says that he was in the same graduating class with Mangione in 2016 and is still trying to wrap his mind around the situation.
I can tell you that this is one of the last people you'd think would do something like this. You know, he was one of the nicest kids, most friendly kids that I had known at Gilman.
Leatherberry says that Mangione was at the top of his class academically and was well known around school.
There was nothing came off weird about him. He had great friends. He had a lot of female friends as well. He was a relatively unassuming kid. He was down to earth. He was smart, well-adjusted socially. He was at least a two-sport athlete, from what I can remember, and he really had everything going for him.
The Gilman School released a statement reading in part, quote, "This is deeply distressing news on top of an already awful situation. Our hearts go out to everyone affected." Leatherberry says it's an unfortunate situation for everyone, especially the families involved.
I hope that they can heal as a family, and certainly the family, of course, of Brian Thompson, of course, is in everybody's forefront thoughts and prayers as well. That's just terrible for them, too.
Leatherberry says that he hasn't had any contact with Mangione since their time as classmates, but told me, like,
Look, That wasn't his homie then. I was talking to old classmates and shit. That ain't his homie. It's like analyzing this whole thing. It's pretty sad, yo. Like it really is. Like, but it's like it's not that we don't see America coming to this point. Like, yeah, there's money out here for everybody, but does everybody got the time to get to that type of money? Folks is still working at McDonald's, gotta pay bills. I bet you they want their own business. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna tell them? Put in overtime? You know how many people come to McDonald's a day? Like, I understand if you had a type of job where if you put in overtime, you still got the time to do some stuff to like focus on some other type shit while you on your job. But if you don't, for certain jobs, you can't do nothing but stay at a certain spot, focus on a certain thing. And that is 6 hours out of the day. 6 to 8 to about 9 hours. Don't let that bitty be 12 hours out of the day. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm bet you that's probably not what he has to deal with. And this is about healthcare. Shoot, let it be with health then. You know what I'm saying? Like, people working all that shit, they backs is hurting or they knees is hurting. Their mouth is fucking. Like, my mama got nerve pain right now. Still working. You know what I'm saying? 8 to 9 hours. You gotta think about this type of stuff. Do people got the time, the health, you know what I'm saying, the comfortability to put in to go to the things that they want to do? Like, the underlying problem of a lot of the stuff that I see is like a desirability of passing the luxury around, you know what I'm saying? Like, caring for the lesser man, like the people. And like, that's why, like, I don't pay attention. No, well, okay. I pay attention to astrology. I pay attention to a lot of it because I do believe in astrology. I do believe in some tarot people. While some tarot people have said, a lot of astrologers have said a lot of shit is like coming down when it comes to like luxury and stuff like that, because we got to get to more of the people. We got to get to more of the society and like changing narratives and stuff like that. And this is really changing the narrative. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like he's really putting out like a thought process on this, you know?
Like many others here, that this whole situation
Yeah, it has
is
you
sending
thinking.
shockwaves throughout the community. In Baltimore, Kyrie Stewart, WBAL TV 11 News.
Police have a, quote, strong person of interest in custody for the murder of the United Healthcare CEO, and he's expected to appear in Pennsylvania any moment now in a courtroom.
Yeah, and today we learned that man, Luigi Mangione, is from Towson and part of a prominent Maryland family. Here is what we know about him. Mangione was the valedictorian at the Gilman School for the class of 2016.
Didn't we already go over this?
He also earned undergraduate and graduate degrees from the University of Pennsylvania.
Mangione's family owns Turf Valley and Hayfields country clubs. And Luigi Mangione is also the cousin of Baltimore County Delegate Nino Mangione.
We have live team coverage of this developing story. Tali Taylor is in Hunt Valley with details about Mangione.
But we start with Kai Reed in the 11 Newsroom to walk us through how he was taken into custody. Kai.
Oh, yeah, Andre and Deb, New York City Mayor Eric Adams called Luigi Mangione a, quote, strong person of interest in the murder of Brian Thompson, but he did not officially name him as the suspect. Police arrested Luigi Mangione in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That's more than 200 miles away from the Midtown Manhattan hotel where Thompson was killed last Wednesday. According to investigators, officers took Mangione into custody after a McDonald's employee saw him. Investigators say that employee called in a tip because he thought Mangione matched the description of the shooter. Law enforcement officials say police found Mangione with a 3D printed ghost gun believed to be similar to the one used to kill Thompson.
I've heard ghost guns stop working after like a couple of rounds. But it's still pretty effective enough to get a kill off. That's still pretty effective. It's like one shot, one kill. That's Call of Duty type shit. But I'm thinking we already heard this type of stuff. So I'm gonna go read his manifesto. And then we gonna end it at that. Let's look at the manifesto. Luigi Mangione manifest. He was clearly upset with his mother's pain and suffering and how the insurance company made everything worse. The Second Amendment means I am my own chief executive commander and chief of my own military. I authorize my own act of self-defense and responsible to a hostile entity making war on me and my family. Nelson Mandela says no form of violence can be excused. Mr. L. Camus says it's all the same. Camus? I don't know what that is. Whether you live or die or have a cup of coffee. MLK says violence never brings permanent peace. Gandhi says that non-violence is the mightiest power available to mankind. Bullshit. That's who they tell you are heroes. That's who our revolutionaries are. Yet, is that not capitalistic? Non-violence keeps the system working at full speed ahead. What did it get us? Look in the mirror. They want us to be non-violent so they can so they can grow fat off the blood they take from us. The only way out is through. Not all of us will make it. Each of us is our own chief executive. You have to decide what you will tolerate. I'm reading the comment. I understand why he is so upset. I have to deal with this BS as well. However, to murder someone over it is not justified. Now you have two families left to deal with this tragedy. Okay, but I see where he's getting at it though. I'm dealing with a tragedy. You gonna deal with one as well. It doesn't matter how it ends for him. While he's probably doesn't see it as a win for him because people still aren't seeing the point of us stopping it, and so like two families are upset. But it's waking something up, so it's doing something. And in his mind, I don't want to play devil's advocate, but his family's getting fucked over, and the person that was in charge of family's getting fucked over. So it's like the apple didn't fall that far. You know, I just gotta be honest. Where am I at? In Gladiator 1, Maximus cuts into the military tattoo that identifies him as part of the Roman Legion. His friend asks, "Is that the sign of your god?" As Maximus carves deeper into his own flesh, as his blood drips down his skin, Maximus smiles in nauseous. The tattoo represents the Emperor, who is God. The God Emperor has made himself part of Maximus' own flesh. The only way to destroy the Emperor is to destroy himself. Maximus smiles through the pain because he knows it is worth it. These might be my last words. I don't know when they will come for me. I will resist them at any cost. That's why I smile through the pain. They diagnosed my mother with severe neuropathy when she was 41 years old. She said it started 10 years before that with burning sensations in her feet and occasional sharp stabbing pains. At first, the pain will last a few minutes, then fade into tingling, then numbness, then fade into nothing a few days later. Is it really 4 pages? The first time the pain came, she ignored it. Then it came a couple times a year, and she ignored it. Then every couple months. Then a couple of times a month. Then a couple of times a week. At that point, by the time the tingling faded to numbness, the pain would start, and the discomfort it was constant. Damn. Wait. So I can't really. Okay, so that's how my mama describes her nerve pains in her mouth a little bit. At that point, even going from the couch to the kitchen to make her own lunch became a major endeavor. She started with ibuprofen until the stomach aches and acid reflux made her switch to acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. I think I'm butchering that one. I'm trying to think. I think this is a medicine my mama took before too. But I know ibuprofen. Everyone be taking ibuprofen. Then the headaches are barely sleeping, which made her switch back to ibuprofen. The first doctor said it was psychosomatic. Nothing was wrong. She needed to relax, de-stress, sleep more. The second doctor said it was a compressed nerve in her spine. She needed back surgery. It would cost $180,000. Recovery would be 6 months minimum before walking again, 12 months for full potential recovery, and she would never lift more than 10 pounds of weight again. Okay, but you know how many things are heavier than 10 pounds? Even pushing things. The third doctor performed a nerve conduction study, electromyography, MRI, and blood test. Each test cost $800 to $1,200. She hit the 6,000 mark of her United Healthcare plan in October. Then the doctor went on vacation. My mother wasn't able to resume tests until January when her deductible reset. The test showed severe neuropathy. The $180,000 surgery would have had no effect. Wait, so now I'm confused. So if it would have had no effect, are you saying that since the time went past, that's what caused it? Since the time went past? Go on. Parched. They prescribed opioids for the pain. At first, the pain relief was worth the price of constant mental fog and constipation. She didn't tell me about it until later. All I remember is that we took a trip for the first time in years when she drove me to Monterey to go back to the aquarium. I saw an otter in real life, swimming on his back. We left at 7 a.m. and listened to Green Day on the 4-hour car ride. Over time, the opioids stopped working. They made her more sensitive to pain, and she felt withdrawal symptoms after just 2 or 3 hours. Then gabapentin. By now, the pain was so bad she couldn't exercise, which compounded the weight gain from the slowed metabolic rate and hormonal shifts, and it barely helped the pain, and it made her so fatigued she could go an entire day without getting out of bed. Then corticosteroids, yeah, I think it's corticosteroids, which didn't even work. Yeah, because that's steroids. The pain was so bad I could hear my mother wake up in the night screaming in pain. I would run into the room asking if she's okay. Eventually, I stopped getting up. She yelled out angry shrieks of worldless pain, or the word fuck, stretched and distended to its limits. I turn over and go back to sleep. This is hard. Like, I'm reading this is hard, bro, because it's like first they're saying that if she she get this surgery, 12 months for full potential recovery, keyword potential, and she would never lift more than 10 pounds of weight again. She would never lift more than 10 pounds of weight again. I'm saying this because she gained weight. So even after the surgery, she would never be able to lift more than 10 pounds. She hasn't even had the surgery to be able to recover from type stuff like this, so she probably shouldn't be even lifting anything anyways, and she's gaining more weight. So she has to technically still lift. You get what I'm saying? Dang, this is hard. Hold on, I'm on 3. All this while they bled us dry with follow-up appointment after follow-up appointment, specialist consultations, and more imagined scans. Each appointment was promised to be fully covered until the insurance claims were delayed and denied. Allopathic medicine did nothing to help my mother's suffering, yet it is the foundation of our entire society. My mother told me that on a good day, the nerve pain was like her legs was immersed in ice water. On a bad day, it felt like her legs were clamped in a machine shop device, screwed down to where the crank stopped turning, then crushed further until her ankle bone splintered and cracked to accommodate the tightening clamp. She had more bad days than good. My mother crawled to the bathroom on her hands and knees. I slept in the living room to create more distance from her cries in the night. I still woke and still went back to sleep. Back then, I thought there was nothing I could do. Damn, Luigi. The high copays made consistent treatment impossible. New treatments were denied as not medically necessary. Old treatments didn't work and still put us out for thousands of dollars. Damn. United Healthcare limited specialist consultations to twice a year. Then they refused to cover advancing imaging, which is the specialist requirement for an appointment. Prior authorizations took weeks, then months. United Healthcare constantly changed their claim filing procedure. They said my mother's doctor needed to fax his notes. Then United Healthcare said they did not save fax patient correspondence and required a hard copy of the doctor's typed notes to be mailed. Then they said they never received the notes. They were unable to approve the claim until they had received the file of the notes. My phone. Hold on. All right. They promised coverage, and they broke their word to my mother. With every day, my anger surged. With every denial, I wanted to throw the doctor through the glass wall of their hospital wing room. But it wasn't them. It wasn't the doctors. It wasn't the receptionists, administrators, pharmacists, imaging technicians, or anyone we ever met. It was United Healthcare. People are dying. Evil has become institutionalized. Corporations make billions of dollars off of pain, suffering, death, and anguish cries in the nights of millions of Americans. Okay, brother. We entered into an agreement for healthcare with legally binding contract that promised care consumer with our insurance payments and medical needs. Then United Healthcare changes the rules to suit their own profits. They think they make the rules and think that's because it's legal that no one can punish them. A lot of people do. A lot of people think that. That is true. They think there's no one out there who would stop them. Now my own chronic back pain wakes me in the night. Screaming in pain, I sought out another type of healing that showed me the real antidote to what ails us. I bide my time, saving the last of my strength to strike my final blows. All extractors must be forced to swallow their bitter pain they deal out to millions. As our own chief executives, it is our obligation to make our lives better. First and foremost, we must seek to improve our circumstances and defend ourselves. And we do, as we do so, our actions have rippled effects that can improve the lives of others. Rules exist between two individuals in a network that covers the entire earth. Some of these rules are written down. Some of these rules emerge from the natural respect between two individuals. Some of these rules are defined in physical laws, like the properties of gravity, magnetism, or the potential energy stored in the chemical bonds of potassium nitrate. I mess with that because I understand it. I understand that shit. I like to read the laws of gravity and magnetism. Whatever. No single document better encapsulates the belief that all people are equal in fundamental worth and moral status and the frameworks for fostering collective well-being than the U.S. Constitution. Writing a rule down makes it into law. I don't give a fuck about the law. Law means nothing. What does matter is the following. It's following the guidance of our logic and what we learn from those before us to maximize our own well-being, which will then maximize the well-being of our loved ones and community. That's where United Healthcare went wrong. Still saying my went wrong. There it is. I'm like, damn. I'm saying my R, but y'all ain't hearing it. It's from when I was younger, bro. I was in speech impediment class. Leave me alone. They violated their contract with my mother and me, and tens of millions of other Americans. This threat to my own health and my family's health and the health to our country's people requires me to respond with an act of war. The end. Okay, Sun Tzu. Alright, so I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Luigi, I feel like he has a point. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying death is okay, but brother, hearing your mama scream throughout the night like it's a horror movie because of back pain and you're draining my money? My family has already made it. We're willing to pay you this money, but then you're just draining more and more and more and more and more. How greedy can you be? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. Y'all comment down below with us what y'all think about this. You know what I'm saying? I say if it is him, he's not wrong, but I don't know. You know? Y'all go ahead and comment down below. This is the end of the reaction. You guys enjoy the reaction, please like, comment, subscribe, join society. Let me know what else you guys want me to react to. And yeah, deuces. You feel me? You dig?